Hi, and welcome to Deel. We're excited to have you on board. In this video, we're going to take you through some key information that is specific to your onboarding in Germany. We'll be covering topics including Social Security number, tax ID, health insurance information, and pension. During your onboarding, you'll be asked to provide a Social Security number and a tax ID. If you do not have a German Social Security number yet, Deel will apply on your behalf during your first payroll cycle. If this is your first employment in Germany and you do not have a tax ID yet, please do the following. Register your home address at the local residence office. Online appointment scheduling is available in most cities for your convenience. Once completed, you will receive your tax ID number by mail from the Federal Central Tax Office. Health insurance. To register your health insurance and ensure payments to your provider, please provide the following information based on your insurance type. For statutory and voluntary statutory insurance, please submit the front and back of your chip card or a health insurance certificate. If you're privately insured, please submit a certificate including the relevant contribution amounts as per the paragraphs listed on the screen. You can obtain the certificate directly from a private health insurance provider. If you're not yet insured in Germany, please download the health insurance statement form on the Deel platform, fill it out completely, and re-upload it. Remember to contact the chosen provider that you have indicated on the health insurance statement form to complete the registration process. Your health insurance enrollment will not be complete without this step. Once onboarded, please be sure to always submit sick leaves and other types of leaves on the Deel platform directly. Pensions. In Germany, all registered employees contribute to the basic statutory scheme called Deutsche Rentenversicherung. Additionally, there is a supplemental pension called company pensions, or BAV. Employees can contribute to it through their employers. If you already have a company pension plan and want to transfer to Deel, please provide us with a protocol. You can request it from your pension plan provider directly. Our payroll team will then set up your contribution amounts according to your plan. Private pensions. An example for this would be Riester-Rente. The setup and management of these is handled without the employer's involvement. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about Deel. We hope this information was helpful to you in your onboarding journey.
Work's gone global, but until now, no HR platform has been able to handle everything for everyone. Some teams have to use up to 16 different tools to make things work. Deel's the future of global HR, and it's the only platform that works for your team wherever they are, whatever their status. Easily handle international hiring, payroll, and HR with one powerful platform. Hire contractors and employees worldwide, even if you don't own an entity. Once you find a candidate, onboard them with a localized contract and a visa if needed. We even provide powerful salary insights so you can be sure your offer is competitive, and we'll automatically collect any necessary compliance documents. Get your team set up fast with built-in background checks, equipment, WeWork passes, and effortless app access. Then manage the entire worker lifecycle through one central HR platform designed with global teams in mind. Plus, handle time off, promotions, and bonuses all in a few clicks. Deel integrates with any tool to help keep your data and workflows synced. You'll get a first-of-its-kind worldview of your entire team's headcount, payroll, and productivity in one place. On payday, consolidate payroll for contractors, international, and local employees. We'll take care of the contractor invoicing, plus employee taxes, benefits, pay slips, and more. Deel has everything you need to run a global team efficiently, and it's the only platform built for everyone and everything, everywhere. Learn how Deel can simplify your global team needs at Deel.com.
So you want to hire an employee in another country? Well, you've come to the right place. I'm Guy from Deel, and we're leading the charge to help every business hire anyone, anywhere around the world. So let's jump right into it. If you're trying to hire an employee in another country, chances are you'll need to set up an entity. That means you'll probably hear your CFO saying something like, "Not another one, really?" Or HR being like, "Now we have to figure out all the local labor laws." It's not a super easy or fun thing to set up. It basically means you need to have a local office, an address registered as a subsidiary, a local bank account, Having to do all this, plus navigating regional benefits, payroll, taxes, compliance, HR laws, can take a long time, costs a lot of money to do. Your business can also get into some trouble if you don't properly comply with the local labor laws. Think things like termination, parental leave, minimum wage. Have you ever tried terminating someone in France or Brazil? Trust me, it's a headache, and that's when an EOR comes in handy. So what exactly is an EOR? An EOR allows companies to quickly hire an employee anywhere in the world without having to set up a local entity. Essentially, the EOR acts as a local foothold in a country where the business operates in. So they can seamlessly hire an employee on a business's behalf. Say you're a British business and you want to make a hire in Argentina. Well, with an EOR you can. So once you onboard with an EOR, they'll take care of everything. Hiring, onboarding, HR admin. So you're fully compliant to hire everywhere. So, how does this all work? While an employee will be on the payroll of the EOR, they'll still technically work for the company using the EOR, just like any employee. When the EOR onboards the employee, they'll sign a localized contract with explicit details of their role and their responsibilities at the company where they're working. So on the EOR's end, they handle everything related to hiring. That means creating the compliant contracts, making sure income taxes and salaries are paid, and covering social contributions as well. Basically, all statutory requirements in that country. Now, while the EOR takes care of all this, it's the company's responsibility to pay the employer costs. So what do employer costs actually entail? Now, employer costs are the benefits, the taxes, and the fees the government actually requires the employer to pay when hiring in their country. These costs are based on the employee's salary. They're different in every country, and they can change year over year. Let's talk about equity. The big question we always get asked, can the business provide employees with equity? The short answer is yes, but it really depends on the country. For example, in the US, companies can issue what's called non-qualified stock options, also known as NSOs. Since the company doesn't actually have a direct relationship with the employee, the NSO is actually the only viable option. So how do you handle benefits? Each country has its own set of laws with benefits they have to provide to employees. These range from health and unemployment insurance to social security. The EOR exists to ensure every employee receives all the necessary localized benefits, along with any optional benefits the employer would like to also provide. How to deal with intellectual property and non-competes. EOR services tend to have IP protection clauses built into their contracts. This means that any and all IP passes through to the customer. It's not the only way to do this, but it is the most enforceable. Also, it's good to note that while in theory a non-compete sounds ideal, they don't typically work internationally. And lastly, what about contract termination and severance? Handling these according to a country's local labor law is crucial. These laws often vary depending on the employee's location, though typically you always need to pay attention to the proper termination notice, the severance payouts, and managing any accrued benefits like unused holidays. The EOR manages the entire process to ensure everything goes super smoothly. Luckily, with Deel, you can use us as your EOR to hire seamlessly in over 100 countries worldwide. It's payroll, compliance, and full-time employment all in one dashboard. Yeah? Again?